Mike Flanagan is working on a new horror TV series based on a classic Stephen King novel, and it's the perfect follow-up to his next King adaptation. Ever since his breakout hit Hush, Flanagan has been one of the most sought-after horror directors working in Hollywood. He's helmed acclaimed movies like Gerald's Game and Ouija, Origin of Evil, and from 2018 to 2023, Flanagan had an impressive run of 5 great horror shows on Netflix. He's not slowing down anytime soon, since he has a wide variety of new movies and shows on the docket. Flanagan has a bunch of exciting upcoming projects on his slate. Following the dismal reception to The Exorcist, Believer, Flanagan has been tapped to direct a reboot of the Exorcist franchise that's set to be released on March 13, 2026. He's in the cast of The Room Returns, a remake of Tommy Wiseau's The Room, alongside Bob Odenkirk and Bella Heathcote. He's also been developing a film adaptation of the Christopher Pike novel The Season of Passage for Universal since 2021. But Flanagan has just announced a new project that's arguably more intriguing than any of them. Mike Flanagan's next TV show is an adaptation of Stephen King's Carrie. Flanagan is working on an 8-episode Carrie TV series. After making 5 shows for Netflix back-to-back, Flanagan signed a first-look overall TV deal with Amazon Studios to develop new series for Prime Video. Now, it's been reported, via Deadline, that the first project to come out of that deal is an 8-episode TV series adaptation of King's debut novel Carrie. Flanagan will act as the showrunner on the new series and will also executive produce the show alongside Trevor Macy. Flanagan and company are already looking to open a writer's room for the Carrie series, so it seems like this one will take off pretty quickly. Not only did Carrie become King's first published novel, it also proved that his brand of spooky literature was a perfect match for screen adaptations. 2 years after its publication, Brian De Palma turned Carrie into a timeless movie that is still regarded as one of the best King adaptations and best horror films ever made. This was followed up by a 1999 sequel, The Rage, Carrie 2, as well as a made-for-TV readaptation in 2002 and a big-screen remake in 2013. Flanagan's new Amazon series will be the 5th adaptation of King's first book. Mike Flanagan's Carrie show is even more exciting after his upcoming Stephen King movie's success. The Life of Chuck has been widely praised by critics. Flanagan's new Carrie series is far from the first time he's adapted King's work. Ever since he adapted Gerald's Game for the screen, every movie Flanagan has directed has been a King adaptation. He followed up Gerald's Game with an adaptation of King's shining sequel, Dr. Sleep, and he followed that up with The Life of Chuck. The Life of Chuck isn't a horror movie like Flanagan's other King adaptations, it's based on the dramatic novella of the same name from King's anthology If It Bleeds. The Life of Chuck recently premiered at the 2024 Toronto International Film Festival to rave reviews from critics. It earned the festival's People's Choice Award, which is usually a sign of future Oscars success. It scored a fresh critics score of 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it secured a distribution deal with Neon for a 2025 release. The reviews for The Life of Chuck are suggesting it could be Flanagan's best King adaptation to date, which certainly bodes well for his upcoming Carrie series. Why Carrie is the perfect show to begin Mike Flanagan's Amazon deal. Carrie is tailor-made for a teen drama show. Sissy Spacek being crowned prom queen in Carrie. Carrie is the ideal project to kick off Flanagan's deal with Amazon. For starters, he has a long history of successfully adapting King's works. He's been working on and off on an ambitious TV adaptation of The Dark Tower, but it might be a good idea to start off with something smaller scale like Carrie before tackling the epic tomes of the Dark Tower series. With its story of a bullied high schooler being pushed to her breaking point, Carrie is tailor-made for a teen drama series. Carrie actually seems like one of the few novels that's better suited to a feature film adaptation than a TV series adaptation. The novel had to be padded out with epistolary sections and the movie adaptation had to be padded out with a tuxedo shopping montage. It might feel a little stretched at 8 episodes. But Mike Flanagan often takes on projects that seem like a bad idea at first, like a sequel to The Shining or a modernization of The Fall of the House of Usher, and they usually turn out pretty awesome.